And I think, you know, I read something, I was like, that's not what it is. You're going to always be unfulfilled if you look at life like that. It's about knowing you're going to leave one day. And, you know, when you leave, the only way you're going to be fulfilled is if you know you gave everything you had.
Really, though.
And you emptied yourself here. And you left it all here because it's temporary and you got a moment, you know?
Right.
So I want to be in this thing until, you know, I'm out of energy, till I don't have nothing left to contribute.
No, I think that you come to look at your life at a certain point, and you got to be comfortable with what you see. You know what I mean? The facades wear off and everything comes to surface, and it's just who you really are. And you finally probably can see it, and I think that it's hard to look at if it's not something that you're proud of. And that's one of the things that definitely, in them lonely hours, in them old ages, you know, I think eat at people.
My biggest mistake, not trusting my instincts sometimes. As a man, we so logical, and we so driven by logic and so driven by facts that sometimes we can't move without facts. But if you got trust in your gut and you got trust in your instinct, and you learn that as you grow older and you mature, that sometimes you don't need facts. You can just go off your gut and how you feel about things.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So just being confident in, I don't need confirmation. If I feel it, I trust how I feel. I know my intentions is pure, my instincts, like connection to a higher understanding. You don't need the facts all the time. Just go off how you feel. So I think I learned
I think family is way higher on the list of things that are important. Process, and that's my daughter's well-being. And so it's definitely a paradigm shift, you know, in the way I think. Life did a complete perspective change because now you are accountable. You know what I mean? You're accountable for the well-being of something outside of yourself. You know what I mean? And this is a person. Things can happen that you cannot fix, take back. You have to seriously protect your kid from certain things. So my whole priorities, perspective, agenda flip-flopped a little bit. I won't say that who I am and what I've done and what I do took a 180-degree turn, but my priorities and perspectives definitely did it.
This thing I learned from a woman is, you know, how that turns out. Like my grandmother, somebody that was always kind to people to the point where you might feel like you got to protect her. Somebody can take advantage of her. She's very kind to people. But then I look at how her life played out. She happy. She ain't got no regrets. She walk around lighthearted and got a glow at 88 and still kicking and smiling. She not like a product of like meanness. What I know about life is that you're gonna hurt yourself. You know, life is, especially as a creative, creativity and competition is opposites. You know what I'm saying? And they work against each other.
Listen to what Nipsey's saying.
You had to draw from a blank canvas. You got to draw from your pool of experiences for it to have that thing in it. And you can compete and make something that's like technically good, but it's like a cloned human being. They might have two limbs, but it's not the same as a baby that was born from a mama and daddy and there was some love made, and that's a different formula. So I think that to create is like a natural labor, and then to copy or to like compare or compete creatively, you confuse yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you all the dope shit that only you can do. If it's worthwhile.
Right.
And you're gonna make decisions based on what you care about more. And without even being conscious that you're getting tested, you're gonna be getting tested. And so you're gonna have decisions to make. Should I, you know, continue this lifestyle, whether it's shopping, clothes, whatever your lifestyle is, or do I gotta sacrifice a little bit because I really, really care about this music? It really is important to me. So whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do it. And that's gonna be them distinguishing decisions. You know what I'm saying? That separate.
Yes. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Gerald Peters. Welcome back to the channel. That was the late, great Nipsey Hussle, dropping some knowledge right out of the book, The Science of Getting Rich. Right there, the creative is not in competition. You're not in competition with anybody. As traders, we're not in competition with anybody. As investors, might seem like you are trying to get to the stock first, trying to get the property first, trying to you know, outperform your neighbor, your brother, your friend, whatever. But really, we're not. Max 7 reports earnings this week. We got all the biggies. The week ahead, oh, it looks like we got a Fed meeting too, man. I didn't see that. Let me pull up. Let's check in first here on Bitcoin. Let's see. Boom. Let's pull it up. Bitcoin's been trending up all weekend. Let me take it down to a 1 hour chart. Fractal nature of time here. Let's make that bigger. Come on, man. Drop me down. One little. Let's see. Boom. Look at that move, man. Look at Bitcoin on a 1 hour. Fuck. Nice. 79,272. And the RSI is at 77. And this is where it stalled out on the last run on the 22nd, I believe it was. Today be the 27th. That's 5 days later. We are making another run at it. If you go and look, I'll look at this chart. Look at the 1 hour, man. And then we get all this big, just sideways that goes nowhere, does nothing. I hope you guys can see that. Bitcoin is now one of the big 7 assets in the world. I'm going to save that 1 hour. We'll come back. Now we're at 79,413. We're up $300 since I started the show. Let's drop down to the daily, which is the chart that we use pretty much most of the time as swing traders, as investors. Sometimes as an investor, this is a question I got yesterday or the other day. Someone asked me, time frames. Am I looking at a 4 hour? Am I looking at, as an investor, am I looking at a weekly or a monthly? I don't see any point looking at a monthly. Honestly, I don't look at a weekly very much. There's a school of thought in, oh, that's nice. School of thought, sounds in New Orleans, in technical analysis, there's a school of thought that everything there is to be known is in the price right now, meaning there is nothing. Everything that is known is in the price right now. And I don't know about that. I'm sure there's plenty of shit we don't know. Maybe a few people know, maybe, but that's the, one of the foundational concepts behind chart reading is that price discovery. We look at a chart, whether it first starts with time. Time, if you've ever heard my talk on the millionaire code, it's time times amount times yield. And we're all given time. Can you add time? You definitely could cut your time short, right? Doing dangerous things, living the wrong way. And, maybe you could extend your time by living a different way and doing other things, but I don't know. But at the end of the day, you only have the time you have. Okay. And we all have 24 hours. So we have the exact same time Donald Trump has. Amount is different. We all make different amounts. We might save different amounts. We have different, but decisions are involved in the amount part. We allocate our time and our money to our highest priority. Now we'll say different, but the truth is that's where it goes. And then yield, we can affect the yield. Yield is the yield on, say, the crop. If a farmer plants corn, he has an estimated yield. Well, things could affect that yield. They could have insect problems. They could have weather problems. It's too hot or it rains too much. Maybe it rains too much and they get a fungus. We had that in Texas one year. So, these are things that affect yield. And that's where that word comes from. It's talking about like a farmer's yield. Well, money, when we take on an investment for all practical purposes, we're planting seeds. All right, let's see. Man, this looks really good. Bam. This has been straight up, man. Sorry, I get excited about Bitcoin. Hey, if you haven't already, where can you get to it? I know you can get to it from the Peters Report, but we do have a newsletter, obviously down in the show notes. Go down there, look where you don't look. You can get to my Telegram. You got a free group. Fuck around in there at night sometimes. Obviously on Instagram and YouTube, but it's Full Auto 11 on all social platforms. Pick up the podcast on Spotify, man. I've been dropping a lot of podcasts over on Spotify. And some of it, I've been picking up some of the old stuff, because I had almost 700 podcasts on since 2017. Man, let's see. Our live money account here, 796,495 plus, what do we got? M1, about 50. The other ones, here, let's pull this up. This is a CNBC platform here. Cool thing about this is the pro platform. You can watch all of the shows and all of that shit, but you guys know you pretty much get all that free anyway if you back in it. But they do organize your, you can connect your portfolios, okay? I've never had any problems with that new technology they're using. You can connect up to 7. Problem that I have is I have 9 accounts, and then it'll total them for you. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. There is a dividend one I'm looking at too. I was going to share with the second income streamers. If you're over there doing that, I got a few things. Got a website I'm going to drop that lists 100 funds that pay weekly. And then it's 100 funds that pay monthly. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if you've been to that site. It looks pretty accurate, and based on performances, they rank them by performance is what it looks like. And I'll try to put that maybe down in the show notes. So definitely be in the newsletter, petersreport.com. If you go over there, all the stocks that I'm going to talk about are over there, which is, I don't know if this is just my followers that find multiple products confusing, but the Peters Report is a PDF, like 40-something pages. It's been free forever. That is separate than the Substack, man. Don't let that shit confuse you. I try to group them and put them in there together and links and shit as best I can. Jim Cramer says, why all the money flow into AI stocks is a problem. Let's see what, man, was I not sharing that? Oh yeah, looks like I was. Let me, I'm going to make myself a little bigger here. I'm a little rusty on the controls, man. Been chilling. I've been chilling. Let's see. All right, let's bring up an annoying, no, that wasn't good. Why is that not going? I guess. All right, I'm back and I got it working, man. Hey, grab a copy of the Money Flow Trading System ebook. Go over to geraldpeters.info, GeraldPeters.info, and links to books, courses, and all that good stuff, man. Jim Cramer says there's a problem with all this money flowing into AI stocks and how it can be fixed. I guess he's got a plan to fix it. The picture here says gas turbines are visible at the XAI data center on the Riverport Road in Memphis, Tennessee. We got a big ass one going down in Memphis, Tennessee. We do not have enough money coming into this market. The funds flow only to stocks tied to the data center build out and a few others. Even the most tangential, I thought it said tangential, of the data center stories, such as the warehouse REIT and machinery stocks like Cummins and Dover, manage to sustain themselves if they have a healthy data center orders, not much else. What is he talking about? There's plenty of other stocks running. Whereas the aerospace sector fell apart on expectations of a long war in Iran, the action in the sector's defense names, Raytheon, were in that, right? Lockheed Martin, Raytheon said they're getting lots of orders for bullets. The action in defense names, RTX, has been horrendous, he says. That's fine. What is the fucking date on this? Let's see. Has been horrendous. There's a sign. There isn't enough money coming in to cushion the blow of the uncertain future, even as the present remains strong. Man, let me pull this up. What the fuck is he talking about? All right, let's pull up Lockheed Martin. Or Raytheon. If you haven't already, if you go to stockcharts.com, look to your left, you can go, there's a public chart list. On public chart lists, you can sign up for the money flow charts. All I ask is whenever you look at them, man, please vote for it. We do all that for free. It takes fucking hours a week. So click the little button. I'd appreciate it. It's currently 280 charts in there. Let's see. Raytheon. Let's see. And yeah, look at all of them. Man, I don't even see Raytheon in there. Shit, we need more. We got Rockets, we got Rivian, we got Roku, we got Red Robin Gourmet Burgers. We got Ferrari, we got Reddit. HR, they make high-end furniture. Shake Shack, Starbucks. Let's see. Well, hail. RTX. Okay. Man. I mean, goddamn, it's only been 3 down days. 1, 2, 3. And look where it stopped. Now, you guys know one of the principles of the money flow, that wherever price has been, wherever it's been, it'll go again, right? Not hard to remember. Why? Because price has fucking memory. And that's how we get these levels. You know, that's how you get support and resistance levels, is price has memories. So when it's headed up, anywhere it's had a consolidation or a box, if you've ever taken in my classes where I talk about boxes, right? Anywhere it's done that. It's the same idea as like dojis. Whenever you have a doji and an extreme RSI reading, you know, whatever oscillator you're using, whether it be money flow or, I like the money flow oscillator, but I also like RSI, relative strength index. Now I watched a young man today. He's a trader, I guess. He was saying that if you use the MACD or moving averages, you won't make money. That's fucking retarded. I've been using them for 20 years. AT&T right now is ranked as a 3-star at Morningstar. We use Morningstar. Michael Hodel over there at Morningstar, he's the analyst. He is a CFA, certified financial advisor. He's director of communications and equity research over at Morningstar. And he says that AT&T, as far as he's concerned, is fairly valued. There's no upside. There's no downside. It is what it is. Capture your little dividend. So he also follows Verizon and what's the other one? The one we don't own. What the fuck is it? They don't pay a dividend. Michael is the CFA, Senior Director of Communications at Morningstar. He covers the U.S. telecom services providers and related firms. Hold on. Firms including AT&T, Verizon, and Comcast. We own Comcast, by the way, and Verizon and AT&T. His team covers media companies, global telecom service providers, and owners of telecom infrastructure, such as wireless towers and data centers, such as ATM is one, right? What's the other one out there? We have, hold on. Let me pull this up. Let's pull up the actual, bam, let's dig into this real money account. Hey, real quick here. Some swing trades, some new ones that I picked up here recently. SoFi, we're only up about 2% in that since I initiated it. Lennar Homes sent out a special email on that. We're already in the green on that, by the way. Ticker LEN. Toast, TOST. We're up a little bit. We're up 2.5%. Hubs. That's a new swing trade from last week. We're up a little bit. And then Joby, JOBY, we're down a little bit. So we're up more than we're down. Let's see. Currently up 22% on the year on swing trades. About even with the market. Or a little up because we're heavy in oil on the buy and hold. Let's pull it up real quick. This is SEP IRA. Now, SEP IRA is for people that are self-employed, right? As the name implies. Cool thing about the SEP IRA, you can put up to, I think this year it's $65,000 in a SEP IRA because you're self-employed, right? Or 25% of your income. What they mean by that is if you made 100 grand, you can't go put 64 fucking grand in it. You know, they won't let you do that. You could put 25%, so you'd be able to put 25 grand. But if you made $500,000, you could put 60 something thousand in there. School teachers can't do that. Cops can't do that. Nobody else in America can fucking do that but entrepreneurs. The tax system is rigged. It's rigged against the working man. It is rigged. There's two tax systems. By the way, let's see. You buy a phone, you just paid for a phone. I buy a phone, it's a tax write-off. All right, let's look what we got here. In the buy and hold, we got Walmart. We got MO. Let's see. So I see what Jim's talking about there. We'll give him a break. 4 straight down days. And I'm going to say, because look, that was before Trump and them even fucking announced it, man. Look at this. This is before they even announced it. It started going down. Why? Because they had already knew. People already knew, man. People already knew. So, I got Discord on. That's interesting. Hey, speaking of which, if you're looking for a group of like-minded people to trade with, send out text alerts. Send me a text message, man. 936-661-7786. Go to geraldpeters.info. Talk to us about joining the Money Flow Trading Society. Unless you're like a little bitch, then don't do that. Like, let's see. Let me make myself smaller. How about that? Shit, let's take me off the screen altogether. Goddamn. Wait, I can do things you can't see. Let's look at here. Let's look at this. I always enjoy this shit, man. I got a friend who's got an account with like $10 million in it. And I just fucking love looking at it. Also, here, I'm going to let you look at my discount here. It's $493,000 in it. Now, I want you to know, I didn't put that in there. That's not for me working and shit. I mean, I did, but that's other people's money. That's how money works, right? All the money that you want is in the pockets, purses, wallets, checkbooks, credit cards, and crypto wallets of other people. So you got to get out there and provide them value and get them to exchange with you, right? That's not hard. Let's see. Let's run through the dogs of the Dow real quick here. You should be tracking the dogs of the Dow every week. If you do, it'll make you smarter. If you don't, you should be fucking dumber. So it's your choice. So let me pull this up. Where are we at? Don't say that, Gerald. Keep saving Bitcoin to the goddamn dogs of the Dow folder. All right, Engine, big pharmaceutical. Don't let the $344 price tag scare you, okay? Let me take this off. Don't let that scare you. Man, these controls are fucking with me more than normal. Apologize for that. I've rode this bitch from like $100 up. It's going to $1,000. Just take a zero off if it messes with you. Pretend like it's a $34 stock. Don't not buy it because it's expensive. Don't do that, because then you're lumping yourself in with the fucking group who thinks it's expensive. It's not fucking expensive. 1% ever are going to achieve financial independence. So that means 99% of people that are pursuing or living, they're living a delusion. And if you ask them what they would do, I mean, this is just average people. Hold on. That's Amgen. It's fine. Cisco, I trim some. You say, why do we trim some? Well, there's only a couple reasons to sell stock, man. You hit your target if you're trading, swing trading. We're not marrying them. Swing trading, we get in and we swing, we get out, man. Like if you're a swinger, right? Same thing. The swinging of a door, it swings. We're going to capture the swing and we're going to get out. And that's what we did here. So if you're looking at the chart, you'll see stage 1, right? Stage 2, we want to sell into the stage 3, man. That's what's up. That's what the RSI is about. The RSI is going to help us do that. It systematizes it. It don't have to be fucking perfect. It don't matter. It just tells you what to do. So by creating a system, you remove all or most of the emotions and you just do it like you're supposed to do. If you were to ask most people, if you were to give them $10 million, what would they do with the money in their life? I guarantee 2 to 8 million of it would probably be spent in 1 minute. They could just rattle it off. If you asked them what they would do if they had 10 million, they'd write down all the things. They'd buy a car. They'd maybe go on a trip. They'd buy this. They'd buy that. It's all consumables, all depreciables, and all devaluing. As long as they spend their money on depreciables and consumables, they really don't have a desire for building wealth, no matter what they say. I'm not saying that's you. It might be you. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's not. Let's keep running through these here. Cisco, Chevron. Look at Chevron right here. It's one I wanted to bring to your attention. Oil. I'm getting back into oil Sunday night, picking up oil futures contracts. Already did. Boom. We're getting the curl in the TSI. Stands for True Strength Index. Created by a guy named William Blue in 1986. If you give a fuck. That's who created it. It's not just 2 fucking lines on a stock chart thing. There's a guy who created this, okay? This was actually a trading strategy at one time. Bet you didn't know that. Let's see. The MACD, I don't use the lines, you may notice. True Strength Index, the TSI pretty much does the same thing, same numbers, a 9, a 26, and 18. I use the histogram on the MACD, which stands for moving average convergence divergence. And that's what it's doing. It's measuring the moving, the average is moving average convergence divergence. As they converge together and as they diverge, it's measuring them. That's what it's doing. It's math, man. You're mathing. Now, they gave us math like this in school, and then we create a histogram with it. And the slope of the histogram is pointing in the direction of where momentum is trying to go. Momentum for the trade. And so I believe what's in motion stays in motion. In other words, what is right now is what's probably going to be. If it's going up, it's going to keep going fucking up until it stops, until it doesn't. It's like Newton's first law of motion. It's going to keep doing it until it hits friction and something stops it. And what'll stop these people we give 10 million to is they're going to fucking spend it all. They're going to eat it, sleep it, drink it, smoke it, fly on it, float it. They have to invest it and buy things that appreciate and value if they want to be wealthy. First of all, you want to find out whatever you've done in your life, how it served you, how it served others, and clear out any possible shame or guilt that you might have. And then you want to sit down and then ask, what is it that you're really going to do? What is the fucking purpose of your life? Is there a purpose? Do you have a mission, a calling? How are you going to serve other people? Because you're not going to get wealthy unless you're serving other people. So if you don't like people, it means you don't like money. And if you're not dedicated to serving people, you have a fantasy when it comes to money. You need to make sure that you really have value on serving other people. It's going to be very difficult to go forward. And if you're saying, what's that got to do with stock trading? Well, the company needs to be serving other people. The company's not exempt from universal laws. You need to have a value on wealth. The businesses you invest in need to have a value on what they're trying to make money. Because if you don't really have a value on wealth, you're going to spend it all. And if the businesses you're investing in blow all the fucking money, they're spending it all. They don't have any value in wealth, which means they don't value you as the investor. And so if you have more value on spending money, if the company has more value in spending money, just like you do, than saving it, investing it, or putting it to work, it's going to keep going out the window. Don't be fucking surprised. Because the money circulates through the economy from those that value it least to those that value it most over time. T-I-M. Time. Time times amount times yield. It's a millionaire code. So you have to value serving people more than just talking, and you have to be able to be dedicated to something that's really congruent with your values, or you won't even stay with it. That's why I was able to stay with real estate. My value system. God's work, man. That's why they call him the landlord. It's so valued. So valued. It's very difficult. It's hard. That's why you don't do it, because it's fucking hard. That's why people don't do it. That's why they don't finish books. That's why they don't finish courses. They quit the fucking gym. It's why they quit every fucking thing they start. They quit. Me too. You too. Why? Because it's hard. People, But that thing you don't quit, that thing you keep doing, that thing nobody has to wake you up to do, that thing you're going to do on your fucking own without any help, you're just going to go do it and probably be excited to do it. That's what's going to make you the most money. Chevron right here. I love Chevron, matter of fact. They're headquartered right down the street from my house. Probably lots of companies headquartered near you and you don't know. Never bothered to look. Maybe, I don't know, Google it and see. and started investing. Nucor Steel, one of my biggest fucking investments, based out of Texas. I would drive by the plants. That's why I bought it. It's made me a lot of money. That was the fucking reason. So you don't need to be that goddamn smart, obviously. If that's my reason, I drive by it on the highway. What's your reason? I mean, that reason sounds better than I just didn't fucking bother. Then it doesn't matter if you're smart or can read. What do they say? If you can read and don't or can't read, it's pretty much the same. I don't know if that's true, but it's kind of a neat saying. Let's see. All right, Chevron. That's the oil trade. Sorry, getting sidetracked there. Not going to save it. A couple ways to play this. You could go play Gush. G-U-S, Gush, stage 1, trading at $37. Your target's going to be like 47. Look at some. Let's look at, let me see Delta Airlines real quick. Delta, no play here. These things are priced way too high. It hit $75 last 2-3 times that it's done that. It's bounced off. That's the high. It is overpriced. Fuck these stocks. Let's see. But down here it says 55. Now we're talking. So hopefully you take these stocks down. I'm in Delta. Probably I might look at selling some. Let's see. CSX trains. I thought Jim Cramer said no other stocks went up. This motherfucker's gone straight up. RSI 70. That means trim. We got an inside bar. What does that mean? If you're reading bars, if you're a bar reader. Let's see. I hope you know that. If you don't know that, go to my website and order my course, Getting Started with Stock Charts. I'll walk you through it the money flow way. This time next week, you'll be a badass. You see how it's inside of this bar? It's an inside bar. Like, remember in high school with the alligator eating shit? That right there. It's eating. That means stays bullish. It's going to keep going up. That means. Hi. Hey. There's people walking by and talking. Sorry about that. What's another one? Man, go pick up some Verizon. Go pick up some AT&T. I don't give a fuck if it's fair value. Pick up some. Don't buy a lot. It could come down. It could come here. There's 42. You know, I'm looking at Verizon right now, but pick up some Verizon. Pick up some, let me see, Pentateuch Park. Man. Pentateuch Park, big fat fucking dividend, way underneath the 200-day. This should be top of your list. PNNT. What else? That right there made it worth listening. You're going to get paid the rest of your fucking life if you own that. Or here, don't. Let's see. PFLT's Pentateuch Park floating rate capital. Look at these money flow moves. All day long, you're going to buy this. Let's see. If you'll just listen to me here, you're going to be sending me Christmas cards. Seriously. And then look around and see how many of your other friends suggested it. Let's see. These were screaming buys down here. They were all over my whiteboard. If you don't know what the whiteboard is, check this out. Oh, real quick before I go, I'm going to wrap this up, man, but come back on. I feel like I haven't been on in a while because I haven't. RSI 88. The winner goes to AMD. SOXL, that's a 3X fund. That don't count. SMH, right behind it, that's a semiconductor. And so the triple's at an 88. The unleveraged is at 84. It's pretty goddamn close. Pretty good. Nucor Steel, the one I bought just because it was near my house in Texas. Good thing I wasn't smart. Is 83 RSI. It's kicking ass. We made a lot of money in that. United Health. All you had to do to watch the fucking news to buy that one. When the CEO got shot, stock got fucking hammered. It's set up on a stage 1. It went underneath 200. We bought it. We've made money. Easy peasy. Poet is doubled. Amazon, easy. We picked that. All of these. These are all our books. Stock picking is easy. Being good at it like me is hard. Let's see. I've got 3 I want to give you, but if I do that, I just blew my whole marketing this week. Sent out an email. Put it down in the show notes. All right. If you're not on the email list, I don't know why the fuck you wouldn't be, but get on the email list. Go to petersreport.com or click down below. Get on the email list. Shit, you're going to make money on the free list. Man, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Sorry, someone talking to me. Bitcoin for newbies. I was going to do that webinar. I'm just not feeling it. Read down there in the bottom. Anchor points help create market structure, give traders something to trade against, making stop loss zones clear and market structure, not an arbitrary percentage. If you don't know what I said, go buy my fucking course, Getting Started with Stock Charts, man. I think you'll appreciate it. If you don't, I'll give you money back. Let's see. Look at all these stocks. The DLR, UNFP, NVIDIA. We've been all over these, man. CLSK, we're in that. Cisco. We follow 280 different stocks. 280, man, at the MFG. And try to point you in the right direction. Try to keep you on the right sectors. Let me pull this up and we'll get out of here. If you simply go to the petersreport.com, it's going to pull this up. The new one will post here shortly. An email will be going out before midnight. And if you're on my private subscription on Instagram, you should have already gotten the whiteboard. The rest will come out here tonight. This is still the old one. I'm fixing to update it. And it's similar layout. This week, though, I don't have it set up yet. Oh, well. Let's see. Stop sharing. Anyway, the Peters Report is a PDF. Comes out free. It's been free for like 7 years. I got like 30 charts in there, man. I got more charts you can probably look at. And I don't know. Over 1 million people have looked at it, and we've made a lot of money with it. I put a lot of time, probably 6 to 8 hours every week, in updating that. Check it out if you would. I'd appreciate it, and get on the email list, man. Yeah.
End up getting it from the ones that don't.
Out of my mom's house, I went to live with my granny when I was 14. I just was taking care of myself early on. I was doing things to try to get money so I could support myself. I always wanted to do music. That was my first passion before anything. And out of frustration from not having outlets and having studio access.
Social consequence is you have an unstable person in society. Personal consequence is you have an unstable element in your family. And that's the relationship between you and your child. And it's hard to build off of that. And that's unhealthy in my opinion. So, you know what happens? People get out here. The statistics can tell you better than I can tell you, about the social consequences. But I do know that kids that don't have their parents, at certain levels are off balance. At certain levels are, unfulfilled. You know what I mean? So I think that it's definitely a reflection of broken homes, what we see going on in society. You know what I mean? A reflection of households and